Hi, welcome to Hedgehog Hollow. Here today I'm with Tonic Studios and we're doing a collaboration with Neat and Tangled. So I'm going to show you how to create this gorgeous maze card that actually has a ball bearing in there that you can play with to make it interactive. So let's get started. So today I'm using this new maze die from the Neat and Tangled January release and the coordinating sentiment stamps from Neat and Tangled. I have a piece of red cardstock and white cardstock, both with full adhesive on the back of them. Now I store my dies on some magnetic sheets here. They're from Deflecto and you can check those out on the blog. Now normally I would snip those with wire cutters, but I was feeling a bit lazy, so I just wiggled those off, and you could do that as well, but I will have to sand those pieces down later. I'm using a piece of masking tape to hold my maze dies in place, and I'm putting it into my new Gemini Jr. I love this die cutting machine. It's absolutely amazing, and I'm really pleased with my purchase. And so you want to cut the maze, first of all, out the white piece, and then you're also going to cut it out the red piece, but you want to make sure that it's the right way up. So you can see there that I just double checked. I'm putting the maze the same way on this piece as well. And then once you've cut that out, just pull that out. You'll notice the sandwich on the Gemini Jr is the other way up, so your die is face up rather than face down. We're then going to peel off the adhesive on the white piece of cardstock, so on the back there, and then I'm going to add a piece of acetate over the top so that when I put my ball bearing in, it doesn't fall out, it just holds it in nicely. So you can see there I'm just lining that up, and then I trimmed the acetate to be the right size once I trimmed my piece down. And for that I'm using my Cutterpede Mini. I just particularly like this one when something I need to square it up, because you can see that I just pop it into those guides, and that works really well for me. I also have a Tonic guillotine that I cut all my larger pieces of cardstock with, but if you're looking to square something up, then this is my favourite one for doing that. And you can see there I just lined it up on that inside guide all the way around. Now the next thing we're going to want to do is add some foam strips, and I've tried lots of different foam strips. These are the Stampin' Up ones for shaker cards, and I have to say that these are the best ones out there. So I'm going to go all the way around my maze. You want to completely outline it to keep your ball inside of that maze rather than letting it roll up and down. I also ended up, later on you'll see, I added a second layer of foam. That just meant that the ball could move much easier, otherwise I seemed to have a bit of a bubble and my ball got stuck. So again, you want to outline your maze, and then you also want to outline your piece of cardstock so that you have a frame to stick on there as well. And the next thing I did, because I hadn't worked out that I needed a second layer of foam yet, was to stick down my red maze, which was going to go underneath. And again, that's just got the adhesive on the other side. You want to make sure it's going to be in the right place. So I lined up my maze and my top piece, and then I sort of held it over and then stuck it down, so I knew it was pretty much in the right place. That would also make a really cute card. You could just pop something on the top there as though it's walking around. There's a really lovely little mouse you could put on there who could walk around your maze too. There's lots of different options with this maze card. We can make all sorts of interactive things, and I definitely will be using this again. Now for my sentiment, I put this on my card base there, which is just an A2 card base. I used my Tim Holtz platform, and I did use a Misty corner, or you could even use a set square. They work really well. And I lined up my sentiment. Put your powder tool down, and I'm using the new Nuvo embossing ink, really lovely ink to work with, and I'm going to stamp down that sentiment. I'm also using some Nuvo embossing powder in that lovely crimson colour to match in with the cardstock. I've got my tidy tray there underneath just to catch my excess, and the Nuvo embossing powder actually sets really quickly. I've noticed it doesn't need much cooking at all. It's a really nice formulation. It comes in lots of different colours, so if you're looking for a nice variety of colours, then do check those out in the Tonic website. There'll be links in the description and on the Tonic blog for you. So now I realised that I needed that extra layer of foam, so again I'm just going back over the top and making sure that I outline that maze and outline the piece of cardstock as well to create almost like a shaker frame. Apologies for it going out of focus there. I was moving around lots, so it did just zip out on me quickly there. Then I'm popping my powder tool in just to remove any excess sticky so that my ball moves around nicely, and I'm just dotting that into any place where you can see straight through the acetate to make sure that it just glides around and there's no static or any issues there. Then I'm going to stick my maize over the top of my red piece, and before I finish sticking it down, I will then add the ball bearing in. So first of all, you can see here, excuse my head there, I've stuck it down. I've left one corner just slightly up, and if you turn it around, you can then just slot your ball in, and you can see there how it moves around. I then thought it looked a little bit plain, so I took that red piece, trimmed it down to the same size that we cut out earlier, and popped it over the top, and I'm much happy with that. I think the red and white together looks really lovely, and you can see there how I was moving it around. That ball in there, you can get different sizes of ball bearings. I'll link those up for you as well. But there is your finished card. Lots of fun options in there, and a really lovely either Valentine's Day card, thinking of you card, or some kind of interactive card maybe for a male birthday or a gamer. You could do something retro too. So thanks so much for joining me here with Tonic today. Do check out other inspiration from the rest of the design team girls, and I will see you again very soon. Happy stamping! Bye!